Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the first in a what we hope to be a series of virtual event showcases from Vino Divino. My name is Mike Mendes. I am the head of outside sales for Vino Divino, and on behalf of Adam O'Shaughnessy, Francesco, Raphael, and the entire team at VDV, I'd like to welcome you to this really unique and what we hope will be fun event, and certainly informative about what we're doing here at Vino Divino. Uh, the plan is to give you a brief history of Vino Divino, where we've been, where we are now, where we hope to go, and then we'll move you into a wine tasting that's paired with some just incredible cheeses and charcuterie. Should be a fantastic experience. Speaking of wine, I know you uh, have all received your wine and cheese kits, and we asked you in those kits to hold off on opening any bottles. Now is the time. So please feel free to open any or all of the bottles. I personally start with that white Fiano from Australia, but feel free to open anything that you'd like and sip while I talk. I get more interesting and funnier the more you drink. And I know it's 2 p.m. on the West Coast, a little early, but this is a wine tasting. It's a flight of wines, so that's both classy and permitted at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So let's get that started. And while you're pouring, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Vino Divino. Uh, we are a boutique importer of wines from all over the world. So boutique meaning we keep our total import to under 5,000 cases annually. Contrast that with someone like the Gallo family that imports 2 to 3 million cases of wine a year. So we're pretty small. So we find those wines from all over the world, and we import them to be sold exclusively at our four retail shops in and around the Boston area. We opened our fourth store a couple of years ago, right in downtown Boston, and I believe our first store opened in the Newton area, just outside of Boston. Gosh, that's almost 20 years ago. So small, family-owned, very closely knit company, um, and we're lucky enough to have weathered the COVID storm with all of our stores and all of our employees intact. So we're very proud of that. Um, so really, what happened, before COVID, we had a very robust in-person events division. Um, we catered in terms of beverages. We beverage catered all kinds of events in and around the Boston area, weddings, corporate office needs, etc. And like everyone else, in March of 2020, that business went from thriving to zero in about 48 hours. So um, we had to make a fairly aggressive and quick shift into the virtual space. And that started in July of 2020. And we primarily serviced corporations in the Boston area who were looking to continue um, with internal employee events to maintain their company culture. Um, so we began shipping these wine kits that you've received all over the state, and we had people that would hop on Zoom calls at a prescribed time, and we would lead them through these beautiful wines, and then they would have a chance to chat in a virtual space without having to talk about, work. Um, that business has grown, just exponentially over 2020 and 2021. We went from a regional player to servicing companies that you may have heard of: Facebook, YouTube, Dell, Salesforce, Price Waterhouse, Merck, um, Pfizer, just a few big ones you may recognize. And those events grew from wine tastings to cocktail workshops, beer tastings, whiskey and spirit tastings, cigar rolling classes. We were just evolving this thing as the pandemic progressed and responding to our clients' needs and wants. What we started to see in 2021 and certainly this year is a major shift from internal facing events, so really company culture sort of thing, to client facing events, where now a lot of these virtual and hybrid events are focused on prospecting, on getting in front of clients who you haven't seen in 12, 18, 24 months. And they're really replacing the old, press the flesh, let's go to dinner, have some drinks type thing. We're doing that, but we're doing it in a virtual space, and it has been extremely successful. Part of that success has come through the use of the platform that we're using right now, called YachtMe. It's incredibly powerful. We have the ability to produce high-end events with a specific agenda, a very, very specific flow, and it has been very well received by both our clients and our clients or prospective clients, in that it's been a reasonable substitution for seeing clients in person. The real power of YachtMe, in addition to this sort of presentation mode, is the ability to break out into network groups. We'll do that a bit later when we move into more aggressive wine tasting and cheese consumption. And the other thing it does is it allows for both the private chat feature, which you probably see on the side of your screen, and the ability to actually poll your audience in real time, based on what's going on in the event and the direction that you'd like to move in. Right now, you should see a poll that's beginning to pop up that just gets your experience with virtual events, whether you've participated in one, whether you've hosted one, and really we're just using that to show you both the power of the system and to see whether or not our vision of what the market looks like is correct, and that is, we have seen companies of all sizes, all types, all industries have gravitated towards these virtual sort of events and have had a lot of success with them. The other thing that YachtMe does and that Vino can help do is what is emerging as the new normal. I hate that term, but the new normal of hybrid events, where you have a group of X number of people who are lucky enough to be in the same room together, but you still have a percentage of folks who are out of the office and are remote, either because they're not local or for some reason. We have the ability, using this platform and our virtual kit offering, to host a hybrid event where the folks that are there in person and the folks that are there virtually experience the same program and the same event. That has been a real challenge up to this point, and I think that the Vino and YachtMe partnership has really helped remove a lot of obstacles that made that challenging, that hybrid model challenging in the past. So in a couple of moments, I'm going to welcome Sarah Swanson, who is the woman behind the curtain here. She is producing this entire event. She's in the backstage area of this venue, and she is going to appear to say a couple of words and then migrate everyone into the networking room, where our spectacular sommelier, Nick, will lead you through a guided tasting of the 3 wines that you've received, and you can also enjoy the wonderful cheeses, charcuterie, and snacks that came as well. And then after that, Adam O'Shaughnessy, who is our representative on the West Coast, he is in sunny Southern California, will say a few words in the networking room, and then hopefully, facilitate a discussion between you all about uh, where you see the state of events in general, corporate events, your thoughts and feelings on virtual events and hybrid events, and what sort of things Vino Divino can look to help meet your needs, whether that's uh, tastings that are based primarily on alcohol, or private food classes, or the sky's the limit. So, without further ado, I know that some of you have time constraints. I'm going to stop talking. Looks like Will Smith is just getting up, so my time is over. And you guys can head with Sarah's assistance into the networking groups and enjoy your tasting. Um, please look forward to more of these events in the future. Um, please feel free to invite colleagues and other folks in your network who you think may enjoy and could make use of events such as these. And I look forward with connecting with all of you soon. Enjoy your tasting. Thank you.